found himself overwhelmed with happiness and satisfaction.
I have no idea
knowing
what he was
that,
thinking
at
coming
long
to my house,
last,
but I am
his
so
dream
through
had
him.
finally
Seriously?
come true.
So what happened with your dad after that?
All right then, Yagami. Please recite this line for us.
Sure. Having finally made his dream a reality, he was overwhelmed, both by the magnitude of his achievement and by the joy and happiness that it brought him.
That was very well done. But I'm not surprised, of course. Absolutely flawless. Very good. Well then, we'll leave it at that for today.
There was more violence across the city today. Another stabbing, this time at a restaurant in the heart of the Kabukicho district of Shinjuku, following a heated exchange between two employees.
Huh? Weird. Hey, Light, what's going on? Why is your door locked?
It's Sayu. What is it?
Can you help me with my homework?
Yeah, okay.
We're doing quadratic equations in math. Sorry to interrupt. I know you're studying right now, but I'm like the only person in my class who doesn't get this stuff. Thanks so much.
No problem.
There have been 52 deaths that we're aware of, and that's just in the past week.
Every single one of them involved a heart attack.
They were all criminals who were either being held in prison or who were wanted by police for outstanding crimes. And I think it's safe to say there are other criminals whose deaths are unaccounted for.
In which case, the death toll could be well over 100.
Morning, Chief. They started the meeting without you.
That's fine. I had to take an urgent call from headquarters.
At any rate, these were criminals who were probably facing execution sooner or later. Perhaps we shouldn't...
Why should it matter whether it's a criminal or someone innocent? Last time I checked, murder was still murder.
It's still too early to consider these a homicide.
Then how did all these people have heart attacks at the exact same time? That's not coincidence, it's murder!
Do you think it's possible to simultaneously kill all these people in different locations?
We're treating this as an elaborate murder plot that's been carried out by a large organization.
If it is a large organization, I'm sure I'm not alone in suspecting the FBI or CIA.
I dare you to say that again! Now, this is not the time to be joking around. We need to confirm that these are indeed homicides and not coincidences.
How? Autopsy results show that in all of these cases, the victims died of a sudden heart attack.
Investigating a series of heart attacks is pointless. I don't see what else we can learn.
Absolutely. If these people have been shot or stabbed, at least we'd have something to go on.
If that's the case, it looks as if we'll have no choice but to bring in L.
Chief, what's this L they're talking about?
Right. I forgot that it's your first time at this conference. We don't know L's real name or whereabouts. In fact, we still don't even know what he looks like. However, he's managed to solve every case he's ever taken on. And he's tackled some of the greatest mysteries this world has ever known. He hides in the shadows, but he's the best of the best. A last resort, our trump card.
But I've heard this L is extremely arrogant. I understand he'll only take on cases that he's personally interested in.
That's exactly right. Besides, we don't even know how to contact him.
L is already on the move. Gentlemen, L has already begun his investigation into these incidents.
Watari.
Huh? Who's that?
That man's the only known person who can contact L. Nobody knows his true identity either. Please be silent. L would now like to address the delegates.
Greetings to all of you at the ICPO. I am L. This case cannot be solved without the full cooperation of the ICPO, that is, all of the police organizations you represent throughout the world. You need to make the decision to fully support the investigation at this meeting. Also, I require additional cooperation from Japan's National Police Agency.
Huh? What? Why Japan in particular?
Whether the guilty party is an individual or a group, there's a strong possibility that they're Japanese. And even if they're not, we can be sure they're hiding in Japan.
What is all this based on?
Why Japan, you ask? I think I'll be able to provide you with proof of that after I directly confront the culprit.
A direct confrontation?
At any rate, I would like to set up the investigation headquarters in Japan.
Us Last night in the West Tokyo Penitentiary, Naoki Kurotskayama, originally sentenced to 15 years for armed robbery, is reported to have died of a sudden heart attack at the age of 32. This is just the most recent death in a steadily growing number of cases involving inmates dying.
This is unbelievable. Criminals are dropping like flies lately.
It's a little scary, but at the same time, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, just make sure you don't do anything bad.
I wouldn't be surprised if the police were behind this.
No way. The police don't have that kind of power. Don't you know about him?
Huh? About who?
Kira. You know, Kira.
I wonder who's going to be killed next.
We'd like to apologize for the interruption. As of now, we're bringing you a live worldwide broadcast from Interpol's ICPO.
What, are we connected now? Oh, we have a feed. Okay.
We now take you live to the ICPO. I head up an international police task force which includes all member nations. I am Lind L. Taylor, otherwise known as L.
What? Who is this guy?
So this is how it all begins.
But sir, I don't get it. He's never actually shown his face before, right? Why would he choose to do it now?
It must mean L's serious about this. L, we've followed every single one of your orders. Now it's time for you to prove what you said to the ICPO.
Criminals around the world are being murdered by a serial killer. I consider this crime to be the most atrocious act of murder in history. I will not rest until the person or persons responsible are brought to justice. Kira, I will hunt you down. I will find you.
I had to test this just in case, but I never thought it would actually happen. Kira, it seems you can kill people without having to be there in person. I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't just witnessed it. Listen to me, Kira. If you did indeed kill Lind L. Taylor, the man who you just saw die on television, I should tell you that he was an inmate whose execution was scheduled for today. That was not me.
What?
The police arrested him in absolute secrecy, so you wouldn't have heard about him on TV or through the internet. It appears that not even you have access to information about these types of criminals. Now, try to kill me. What's wrong?
What the hell is going on?
Right
He's really
now,
taking this
kill
too
me.
far. Are you trying to kill yourself, El?
What's going on?
Look, it's Kira versus Al.
You better
Live
do it.
broadcast
Come on,
killing.
kill me.
This is freaky.
Amazing.
Do it, Kira!
Someone stop this!
Can't you do it? Let me return the favor. I'll tell you something that I think you'll find interesting. Although this was announced as a worldwide broadcast, the truth is, we are only broadcasting in the Kanto region of Japan. I had planned to broadcast this message around the world until we found you, but it looks like that won't be necessary. I now know where you are.
I use that information to deduce this much.
You are in Japan, and your first victim was little more than an experiment, which means that you haven't been killing for very long. We decided to broadcast in Kanto first because of its large population, and luckily, we found you. To be completely honest with you, I never expected that things would go this well, but it won't be too long now before I am able to sentence you to death.
Al has certainly lived up to his reputation.
Uh-huh. He proved that Kira exists, that the deaths were murders, and that he is here in Japan.
Naturally, I'm very interested to know how you're able to commit these murders without being present, but I don't mind waiting a little bit longer.
You can answer all of my questions when I catch you.